Hello and welcome to YNWA Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Our first news is this. Liverpool about to discover Federico Chiesa, truth as Arne Slot told to drop underwhelming star. Liverpool needed Federico Chiesa to come off the bench and score a well-taken goal against Bournemouth on the opening day of the season, but since then he's only managed one start in the League Cup against Southampton. However, after scoring against Crystal Palace, a late equalizer that was then outdone by Eddie Nketiah, Chiesa then missed the Champions League defeat in Galatasaray through a minor knock. He didn't make it off the bench against Chelsea. Though he has either scored or assisted every 39 minutes or so this season, it has been an up-and-down campaign. Chiesa is happier than last season and is playing a bigger role, but his long-term future and true role under Arne Slot are yet to become clear. Based on the games I've watched and not the online discourse of Liverpool fans, I would like to see Chiesa given a chance on the left side, Danny Murphy said this week. I actually agree with Liverpool supporters online in that sense. Whenever he's come on, he's looked like a goal threat and full of confidence. I think he's stuck with Cody Gakpo because of his performances last season, and he knows that he can rely on Gakpo without the ball. But I think Gakpo has been underwhelming. Chiesa's problem, though, has never been that he lacks quality. The Italian was once one of the leading wide forwards in world soccer, but there is a reason that Liverpool was able to snap him up for just $13 million, $10 million. There is also a reason that most assumed, a year on from signing from Juventus in that cut-price move, that he would be heading back to Italy. There was interest from Serie A, but he ended up staying. Chiesa hasn't been given that chance yet, and I'd be amazed if he isn't in the coming weeks. Murphy, speaking to Ace Odds, added, "The levels he's shown in his all-round game, from the goals to the physicality and determination, are something he deserves recognition for. But while there might be some truth in that, could anyone predict with confidence that Chiesa will make 5 starts in all competitions between now and Christmas? Though his season to date has been a big upgrade on 2024-25, it has still been stop-start, in part due to fitness. If ever there was a time for Chiesa to nail down something closer to a regular starting spot in the Liverpool team, though, it would be now. The games are coming thick and fast, and he is doing well when offered the chance. Gakpo, among others, is yet to hit form in the Liverpool attack this season, even if he scored last time out against Chelsea, and so the argument for Chiesa has never been stronger. Even now, though, it doesn't feel likely that he will start against Manchester United when the Premier League resumes. You couldn't guarantee that he will even come off the bench, for all that there has been promised from the 27-year-old in the last few weeks, and several big moments. The full extent of his role is still yet to become clear, as Liverpool heads into a crucial period, though a fuller picture should begin to emerge. Liverpool transfer news as Mark Guehi. Alternative identified and list of suitors grows. Liverpool changed plenty of players on its roster during the summer, and that has perhaps contributed to the slowish start that Arne Slot's men have made in terms of performances. In time, the new Liverpool stars will get used to playing with each other, and in Slot's system, but that chemistry was never going to go straight away. When the next transfer window opens, more deals could be done, with one priority position likely to be a priority. Here is the Liverpool.com verdict on the transfer gossip to emerge around the Reds today. Both players being linked with moves are center-backs, which seems like the obvious next place to look. Mark Guehi, Crystal Palace. Liverpool almost signed Mark Guehi in the summer before the move broke down on transfer deadline day. While he has stayed at Crystal Palace for now, his contract expires in 2026. In addition to Liverpool, though, Fabrizio Romano reports that several other clubs around Europe are also expected to be in the mix for the England centre-back. Newcastle United has held an interest in the past and could return, though Guehi would be unlikely to pick St. James's Park over Anfield. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and others are also thought to be keeping an eye on his situation. For me, it doesn't matter, Guehi said this week when he was asked about the importance of sorting out his next move. As long as I'm playing well for Palace, there is an opportunity for me to be here. Whether it's sorted or not, it doesn't matter for me. Personally, I don't know if I can think that far ahead. I like to just take it step by step, and that is just focusing on the games that I have at Palace and any upcoming opportunities I have here. Zeno. DeBast, Sporting CP. Guehi having interest from elsewhere means it is sensible for Liverpool to have alternative options just in case. Given Ibrahima Konate and Joe Gomez's future is not 100% clear, signing more than one defender might be needed anyway. The Belgian outlet Voetbal News reports that Liverpool is watching Sporting CP centre-back Zeno DeBast, who is a 21-year-old with excellent passing ability. Manchester United, Arsenal, Borussia Dortmund, and Napoli have also been linked with DeBast. The player still has 4 years left on his contract in Portugal and previously played for Anderlecht. Alexander Isak outlines clear stance on Newcastle and Eddie Howe after Liverpool transfer saga. Alexander Isak said he has not spoken to Eddie Howe since leaving Newcastle and made it clear he wants to put the summer's transfer saga behind him. The Sweden international went on strike at his old club during the final few weeks of the transfer window as he desperately tried to force through his move to Liverpool. Isak ultimately got his wish on deadline day as Liverpool paid a Premier League record fee to sign him from the Magpies, and Isak was asked about the saga ahead of Sweden's World Cup qualifier against Switzerland. "It's nothing I want to dwell on now," Isak said in a press conference. "It doesn't benefit anyone, neither me nor Newcastle, so let it be." Asked whether he had spoken to former boss Howe since leaving his old club, Isak simply responded, "No." Speaking last month, Howe claimed that his relationship with the former Real Sociedad star changed as a result of his conduct during the transfer window. "Alex and I always enjoyed a great relationship," Howe said in September. "I loved working with him. I hope he enjoyed working with us. It was mutually beneficial. We helped him become the player he in part is today, and he helped us as a team achieve some unbelievable milestones and was part of a very successful team. The moment he went on strike, our relationship did change, and that was probably a turning point in our relationship." Isak is still getting up to speed for his new club, having not played any games in preseason, but he is enjoying his start to life with his new club. "I'm working hard to push myself and play my game," Isak said. "Things have been a bit tougher for us. I believe that as the team improves and things start to flow better, it will also go better for me. I've been really happy so far. A city where the team has a very good relationship with the fans, which is important. It's been nice so far." Previewing Sweden's World Cup qualifying campaign, having only featured for a few minutes during the country's first 2 qualifiers last month, Isak added, "I'm ready for 90 minutes if needed. It's been a month now. I've had a lot more playing time and things have calmed down. I feel in a much better position now than last time." Liverpool to break transfer record. Again in sensational deal for Salah replacement. Liverpool's transfer priority next summer could be finding a long-term replacement for Mohamed Salah. The Egyptian king, 33, is a club legend, having first joined from Roma in 2017, but is only under contract for another 2 years. Salah signed an extension towards the back end of last season, taking him through to 2027, but he will be turning 35 by the time that deal ends. Accordingly, it's important for sporting director Richard Hughes and head coach Arne Slot to identify the right successor to come to Anfield. Liverpool looking at Michael Olise. It would make sense to go for a priority target in summer 2026, rather than leaving it until 2027, when the Reds will be under massive pressure to get a signing done, and now it appears there is one standout candidate above all others emerging in Liverpool's thinking. Michael Olise, 23, has been sensational for Bayern Munich since swapping Crystal Palace for the Bundesliga giants. The France playmaker joined Bayern back in 2024 for around 53 million, a sum which looks remarkable in hindsight. Olise helped Bayern to the German top-flight title last season and has gone off like a rocket this term for Vincent Kompany's side. Bayern want to tie down Olise to new deal. The left-footer's Form has been so good that it's now reckoned Bayern fear losing him when the Premier League's big boys inevitably come calling, as reigning Premier League champions, and with a spot in the team opening up, Liverpool are surely the most attractive prospect for Olise to grow his career. According to a report in Fichajes, Bayern are preparing a new contract for Olise, with his current terms expiring in 2029. Bayern are quite well protected from a transfer fee perspective, but want Olise tied down to 2031. Liverpool quoted 150 million for Olise. That would add even more to his price tag, of course, and the same report suggests Bayern have got a figure in mind if and when the time comes to sell Olise. It will cost Liverpool around 150 million to secure his signature, easily, beating the current British record transfer they set for Alexander Isak over the summer. Isak, 26, became the third most expensive player of all time on the back of that 125 million, 144.5 deal, demonstrating that Liverpool have the firepower to make big signings. When the right situation arises, no doubt, Olise will want to come back to England at some stage in his career, the country where he was born, and there is no greater opportunity for him than signing for the Reds. Agent confirms he wants his client to sign for Liverpool. The agent of a Liverpool target has confirmed he wants his client to end up at Anfield. For those of us who grew up during the Roy Hodgson era, it's incredible to experience how now every young player aspires to play for the Reds. A decade ago, things were not like this at the club. A decade ago, Liverpool were struggling to attract even average player to the club and losing out on players like Bobby Zamora and Carlton Cole. If you don't remember those days, count yourself lucky. Now, we've seen players not just wanting to join Liverpool, but only wanting to sign for the club. This was the case for Alexander Isak, Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, and Milos Kerkez. Everyone wanted to sign them in Europe, but they rejected their advances in favor of Anfield. What an incredible time to experience this. Things have not quite clicked into gear for them yet, but they will. When you replace half the starting lineup in the space of one summer, things are always going to need time. And it's important to mention Liverpool are not complete just yet. The club's hierarchy are still searching for a center-back and a winger in order to bolster Arne Slot's options. Who those players might be remains to be seen. At this moment in time, Antoine Semenyo and Yankuba Minte are making a good case for themselves in the Premier League. Elsewhere, Malik Fofana is someone who has been on the club's radar for a long time as well. He was someone courted by a lot of clubs in the summer, but he ended up staying put at Lyon. There might have been a reason for that. His agent, Federico Chiesa, has been speaking to De Morgan in Belgium about his player's qualities, and he confirmed that ultimately their belief is that one day Fofana will play for an exclusive list of clubs, including Liverpool. This is the season Fofana wants to show himself to the world, especially at the World Cup. If he succeeds, he can go from Lyon to a top 10 club. We strongly believe in him at Rock Nation. Liverpool, Bayern, Man City, those are the clubs he belongs at, Pina said. Now that's a really interesting claim to make considering Fofana was on Liverpool's radar over the course of the summer. It sounds like, just like previous targets, Fofana sees the Reds as one of his ultimate destinations and among an elite list. These are the days to savor. It's a great time to be a Liverpool fan right now. As for Fofana, he's definitely got the speed and the quality to be a perfect option for Liverpool. He just needs to increase his output in front of goal. If he can take his game to the next level, then the Reds will certainly be at least considering a move for him next year. Granit Xhaka offers clear Florian Wirtz statement in Bruno Fernandes comparison. Liverpool attacking midfielder. Florian Wirtz has been backed to be a success in the Premier League by his former Bayer Leverkusen teammate, Granit Xhaka. Both players left the German side this summer to move to England, with Wirtz signing for Arne Slot's side for a fee that could reach $157 million, $116 million including add-ons. While he is yet to score or assist in a competitive game for Liverpool, Xhaka is confident that the German playmaker has what it takes to prove himself as a world-class player. Asked by Sky Sports to rank Wirtz against Bruno Fernandes and Cole Palmer in terms of how excited fans should be about watching them this season. Xhaka selected the Manchester United man at number 1, but he had plenty of praise for the Liverpool ace too. This one is very difficult because Bruno is the most experienced player of these three, Xhaka said. He has already shown us for many years what he can do at this level, not just in the Premier League but also for the national team. Even the numbers that you see in the last couple of years are unbelievable. Because I have a lot of respect for him, I will put Bruno first. Between Palmer and Flo, with Flo I had the joy to be with him for 2 years. A lot of English people will enjoy him because he is unbelievable. Not just with the ball, but also his work without the ball. I didn't see many number 10s of his level, Liverpool's. Home and away strips for the 2025-26 season are the first in their new partnership with Adidas. Fans can order jerseys in the U.S. at fanatics.com or via the LFC online store in both the U.S. and across the world. Thank you for watching. Like and comment, subscribe.